No, I'm just like, listen, problem is, you're a piece of shit and you're pathetic and you deserve. So listen, problem is, progress ain't your thing. Being here, yeah, that shit sounds stupid. You see, this is the problem, man, that I have with these street dudes. I don't have any respect for street dudes at all. I don't have any respect for them at all. I've never had respect for these type of dudes, especially fake ones online. Oh, you got 30 days to fight me. Why would I want to fight you? I just want to talk about progress rather than you trying to lead these men down the road of just continuously talking about hoes all day. You want to fight over that? I got family in Houston. I also got family in St. Louis. I'm talking about the kind that you think you talk like you're online. I'm talking about those are those type of dudes. So listen, you're the G with a PhD, a dude who should have his face knocked off of his goddamn shoulders whenever he meets anybody. Trying to pretend like you were a gangster in 2023 and talking all this tough ass bullshit online in 2023. I don't care if you sound like you got a fifth grade education and that you went to liberal arts education to get a PhD in philosophy, one of the easiest degrees to get. It's not about the degree that you get, it's the shit that you're doing after you get the fucking degree, right? That's the point. The point is, there's no point for you being here. There's no point for you to be here. You came here to actually lord over lost, broken men. This one of these cool uncle motherfuckers that I was talking about earlier. But the problem isn't that. It's all these bitch ass niggas. Like every time you look around, they're talking about how unappreciated they are in society. It's your dumb ass fault that you went and got liberal arts education and your ass is unemployable outside of fucking education. That's your fucking problem. You mean to tell me that you expect a fucking woman to give up all the shit that she has to be with a broke, stupid motherfucker like you? Why the fuck are we on that? Why the fuck are we on that? You're spreading this bitch nigga energy all over the place. Listen, no matter how much you complain about this woman, she's not giving up her power. Not to be with dudes who ain't got power themselves. And it's the weakness of men coming here to unfathered children. Because I can guarantee you this, there is no person who been raised in a two-parent household with a strong grandfather figure who needs to look up to fake ass G's with PhDs. They don't call these motherfuckers for anything in society. It doesn't matter if you talk like you got some type of street vernacular because you refuse to speak the king's fucking English. That's your fucking problem. But you have to understand, Mr. Gorilla, like you chose the name. I didn't choose the name for you, right? You see, you got to stop having these standoffish conversations. When we call you to the carpet so that way you can explain yourself, so that way we can talk about progress, you don't dodge the conversation and keep going back to talking about bitches and about how less masculine that you fucking feel because you ain't got no accomplishments in life. That's some whole shit. Oh, I want to fight. Why would you want to fight? You too dumb. Nobody gives a fuck that you 6'3". Dude, nigga 6'3" get knocked out every fucking day. Why would you tell me that you're 6'3"? What? Am I trying to fuck you, nigga? Like, dude, listen, man. You gotta stop providing your statistics to men as if I'm a woman. No one cares about that. We cares about your fucking ideas. Your ideas is what matters here. Nothing else matters here. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Anybody who's on this street shit should be the fuck out of here. What set you claimed? If you're from the streets, where's all this street shit? Dude, we can't have these generalized representatives of the fucking streets. This shit is nuts. It's nuts and it's insane. A dude who has a whole PhD wants to fight because he can't explain himself. Just like a bitch. Get cornered, want to come out the corner like a rabid fucking animal. Like the rest of these dumbass nigga PhDs around here. Same thing. Lots of education, no fucking substance. And then they have the nerve to talk about women. Well, if why would you go get the same education that women got and then expect to be actually lauded for it once you get the education? Like the liberal arts education is not hard science education. But still, the hard education, the applied science, see, you can't do that shit. That's why you have to talk about how masculine you are. You have to chest bump like a fucking gorilla because you ain't no fucking man, bro. Yeah, men can discuss their actual ideas. They actually can discuss their ideas. And it's really not that hard. No, we ran our Itmore friend off the rack. He can't explain himself either. Dr. Thunder, he can't explain himself either. Ron Neal can't explain himself either. None of these PhDs can explain themselves around here. I'm talking about the one that around the Itmore guy. Because there are PhDs here who are pretty good at what they do, but they're hard science PhDs. They're not bitch ass nigga related PhDs. They don't depend on broken men for their actual benefit. Those PhDs actually want to do something. These PhDs want to sit down and proclamate over the woman all day. Talking about the woman makes you look fucking stupid at this point. Trying to put everything off on the woman as if it's her fault that you ain't shit in life makes you look stupid as fuck at this point. As a black man, if you have a fucking content based on trolling bitches at this point, you are a piece of shit. And you need to be removed from society. Because gassing up the heads of these bitch ass niggas ain't gonna fucking move our goddamn plight forward. It's never worked. But yeah, you want to talk tough. Like, bro, dude, act like a human being. Don't act like a green gorilla. I know that's the name that you picked, but act like a normal fucking human being. And when you out here talking about things of substance, you should be moving our people forward, not trying to be appreciated for being a bitch ass nigga and just being born with a dick. Being born with a dick doesn't mean that you get appreciated for that. You got to go out here and accomplish shit in order for people to give a fuck about you. But when you don't accomplish shit and you expect masculinity to be shown by everybody else in the world on your fucking behalf and not you, you make yourself look like a goddamn fool. That's the problem. Operational societies don't have emerald fucking gorillas sitting around online talking to broken men all fucking night. This shit is pathetic. 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 Fine. You want to fight? Choose a gym. Choose one. I got a couple friends in the Houston area that owns gyms. But if you walk in there, you may not walk out of there. Because the moment you start running your mouth in that tough tone manner, top ramen and spaghetti sauce is coming out the side of your fucking head. Because I would never allow you to talk to me like that online. Like how you talking to online, I would never allow that. The point is, we need to be talking about progress for our own people, something that you can't be for. Remember, you're a liberal arts major. So you can't be for progress. You're around BGS more. There's no way you're here for progress. But I'm sick and tired of you fucking older black fucking men coming online trying to drag men back to the unappreciated conversation. The being unappreciated conversation is some bullshit, some straight up fucking bullshit. That's what it is. Oh, I used to be a rapper. Well, what the fuck does that mean? You going out there getting hoed out by fucking Jews, releasing money for pennies on the fucking dollar. You need your ass whooped for that shit too. You also need your ass whooped from them fucking drugs that you sold in that fucking community. That's what you need your ass whooped for. You see, people like this, they can't stand progress. They can't stand it because it's about acting masculine, not fucking being masculine. That's the problem. Dude, it's too easy to find out who this dude is and have his ass beat to fucking death tomorrow. Too easy. But let's have a conversation about progress so that way you can come off this whole shit that you talk about every day. It's a problem. It's a fucking problem. It's an epidemic of bitch ass older black men. These are not even young bitch ass niggas. These are older bitch ass niggas. Everything is bitch based. Everything is, I'm not appreciated for just having a dick. No, the world gives a fuck about people that provide a service of value. Every time you come in contact with one of these fucking reptiles, they cannot wait to tell you about what their statistics are. Oh, the tail of the tape. Oh, I got a 75-inch reach and I'm 6'3". And then you have other bitch ass niggas. Oh, like, bro, listen. All right, you want to discuss ideas? I'm like, you had this opportunity on the Prophet of Thought series. The reason why that didn't work is because you wanted to change the level of the conversation once I got to the conversation. Now, if we were in person, you would have got knocked the fuck out and stomped to sleep. I would never let nobody disrespect me like that, ever. If we make a deal, you show up to the thing, that's the deal. Change the deal, there's a problem, you're going to pay for it, period. But the problem with these men, and they want to be around broken men all the time. They don't want to be around actual men all the time. They don't want to produce. The only thing they want to produce is they want to produce a whole bunch of bullshit to get the woman right back into the conversation. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. I'm so unappreciated as a dude with a swinging dick. What kind of content is that? What is that? What is that? It makes no sense. It makes no sense for older men to be here. No side picked, no political organization, no investment. You live in fucking Houston. Houston, the state of Texas just took over your fucking school system. The state of Texas. Did you talk about that? Emerald Gorilla? No, you didn't. Bet you didn't even know it fucking happened. Happened in your fucking city. You know what you did? You came online and you talked about bitches. One of the highest black populations in the fucking country, and the state decided to take over your education system. They already took a whole bunch of shit out of the history books about turning the African slave trade into an actual workers program. Did your emerald fucking dumbass go out there and make a statement during the actual period that you probably could have? No. Want to know why? You leave this fucking shit broken. You need this fucking shit broken. You need it broken. You need broken fucking men. Because actual men who got their fucking shit together, who've been raised in two-parent households, they would be remiss to even put their fucking kids in front of a dumb motherfucker like you. And yes, kicking down fucking doors and fucking throwing you motherfuckers out of here is my fucking primary goal. I'm gonna show you that you ain't got no fucking substance to your fucking name. The point is to run all of you educated but unaccomplished motherfuckers the fuck out of this goddamn space. You don't deserve to be here. Hey, I don't want your audience. I want them niggas dead too. I don't want your audience. I don't want your audience. I'm not trying to save them. I hope these bitches kill them. Bro, listen, if you ain't got your shit together and you're trying to use game to get access to women that you know that you listen to be complaining about every fucking day, dude, you deserve everything that fucking happens to you. Not trying to save those dudes. But it's a problem when you have older men who's trying to lead these dudes back into this conversation by having this pathetic ass conversation over and over again. This shit is pathetic. Like, pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. The same dude who thought that the rock in the dress was more masculine than fucking Elon Musk. That's the conversation I want to have. Not understanding that Oprah has the amount of power that she has because of her fucking platform and the shit that she's built over the fucking years. Not understanding that. It's almost like productivity and the actual things that's being bought with productivity befuddles dumbass motherfuckers like this. And you should be humiliated the fuck out of every time you open your fucking mouth, sounding like you have a 5th grade fucking education, but supposedly you have a PhD. I guarantee you, if somebody talked to you in person, you put on your white guy voice. This is not, you pretend to sound dumb online so that way you can fit in with a bunch of dumbass niggas online. I guarantee you don't even sound like that. Yes. That's what it is. You always have these motherfuckers out there, man. I don't have respect for rappers either, man. They the same bitch ass niggas as everybody else. Same ones. Same problem. But you know what bitch ass niggas like Green Gorilla does? He dodges direct confrontation because he know in an intellectual conversation he would fucking lose 100% of the fucking time. When we talk about progress, he will fucking lose 100% of the time. Hell, I would go on a fucking live stream panel with me versus him, Ron Neal, Dr. Thunder, Tia Son Johnson, and I'll still come out on top talking about progress rather than victimhood. These dudes are fucking victimhood sellers. With everything that's going on in society right now, there ain't no way in the motherfucking hell you should be talking about bitches. Unless they're your bitches. The women are not even holding any live streams about you. Why? Because they didn't care. They don't care. They moved on to building their version of the black family with the bitch ass nigga. That's what they did. They decided to create a family without y'all. I know you got kids. It's not about them. But you have to understand that you're not the type of person that we can team up with. It's either explain your actual actions in the future toward our fucking group or get the fucking stepping. That's the point. Or you could pick out a gym in Houston. I won't swing for the first 2 rounds, but you're going down in the 3rd. I think that's a pretty good deal. I'm a couple of inches shorter than you, but I'm a hell of a lot more better trained in boxing than you are. Don't want to challenge me to a boxing match. I'm pretty spicy with them goddamn hands. So, it's not hard to be a man of substance. It's not hard to actually have an actual live stream that's based on something else other than bitches. It's not hard. But it's some cowardly ass shit to come on here as an older individual and play with these men's insecurities. That's the shit that I do not like. If you cannot provide these men women that they can fucking deal with, why on earth would you fucking talk about women that they can't do shit with? Again, why would you play a woman's voice online about her complaining about some shit that is her fault, about her inability to manage infinite dick? What's the fucking point and the use and the purpose of playing her fucking voice on a live stream and then acting unappreciated because of her? If she don't fucking want you, then maybe you should move on to another woman. Not hard, right? But you just can't keep her in this situation and keep her tied to your fucking dumbass idea of the black fucking family because you ain't got her your shit together and she does. All this shit about a woman having a degree and what the degree don't do for her and what a man can do for her. Dude, move on to another bitch. I don't want a woman to come back to the table because of fucking her necessity to fucking survive. The only thing she's gonna do is bring her ass to the table, wait till shit gets better, and move the fuck on the moment that it happens. But see, most of you dudes are willing to take that type of bet. I'm not. So you have to ask yourself, what's wrong with these heavily credentialed individuals who don't want to have conversations about progress? What is up with these individuals who want to talk about the matriarchy and the gynocracy, and it's not holding back two-parent households. It's not holding back two-parent households. There's still kids out here doing great shit out here that ain't got nothing to do with bottom feeding men trying to get their feelings caught up in some shit. Those kids are still doing great things, man. So you have to ask yourself, what do you say you do here? Like they said in like Office Space, right? Because it's just not enough to let you guys live. It's more than enough to just keep making sure that you cannot have these conversations about women in a place that's meant for male progress. I know you were raised in the streets because you're a goddamn fool. And you don't like being called on your bullshit because that's the way the hood works. Well, this ain't the fucking hood, bro. Here, you're going to answer some motherfucking questions about what the fuck you're doing here. Okay? Not hard. None of this shit's hard. Okay. So I beat the brakes off of you. Then what? Then you want to have a conversation after I beat you up? What next? Cause see, this shit works with hood dudes. I'm not a hood dude. I'm not a hood dude. I actually have shot people for real. So what you have to understand is that it's not hard to talk about progress. But we can't have progress because you have yet another dude trying to troll women and acting unappreciated because you decided not to invest in the productivity piece. You invested in the victimhood piece and you went and got liberal arts education and you probably went off and did some bare minimalist ass fucking job over it. Women ain't supposed to accept no shit like that. They're not supposed to. I wouldn't suggest no woman accept no shit like that. Homeboy ain't on the productivity piece. He ain't trying to move forward. Fuck him. Leave him. Go deal with somebody else. Go date somebody else. Don't end up with fucking dumbass dudes like this. If a dude's online crying about how he's not appreciated by women, you got to be out of your damn mind to give any part of your body to this fucking pathetic piece of shit. Don't do it. Leave they dumbass out there forever. Decent men are not trying to get with spent women. I can guarantee you that's the point. I'd be fucking goddamn if I went and go get all of my fucking life together to go give my shit to somebody who never respected the process of what I created. Yeah, that's what my parents told me to fucking do. My parents didn't tell me to go wait on a bitch. My parents told me, look, you got your shit together, go make the best decision and choice that you can, regardless of what the fuck she looks like. These people around you had plenty of time to get on board with where you was going. Now you are where you are going. You don't let these motherfuckers jump on at the last moment. How hard is that? None of this shit's hard. But it becomes hard whenever you have people who want to take down the tent poles from the inside. As he should be. He should be streaming live. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to say what the fuck you're doing here, man. If you come to a place called the Manosphere, you want to hide behind BGS Itmore, who's a piece of shit, by the way. He has to run from all conversations too. He's on all sides of every issue. 1 minute he's SYSBM, 1 minute he's fucking Passport Bros, 1 minute he's a fucking MGTOW monk, another moment he's bringing women back to the fucking table, another moment he's fucking doing BGS for fucking ran-throughs because dumbass men want to talk to women online rather than go meeting actual women offline that they can fucking deal with. They got to have this placebo-based conversation where they can come into a room and not get ripped apart by the same woman that they would get their ass destroyed by offline. This shit is pathetic. Pathetic. These are older men keeping up this whole shit. This is not even the misguided youth doing this. The misguided youth is not even doing this shit. The misguided youth needs some fucking answers. The misguided youth don't need no fucking place to hang out at, especially with a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers who ain't got their shit together. The great thing is they like being at the bottom. They like being at the bottom. They like talking about these bottom bow issues. They love it. They love these fucking, they love trying to troll these fucking women. It don't lead to anything. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Don't nobody else say nothing in the chat. The link's right there, Mr. Street Guy. The link's right there. The link's right there, my man. It's kind of like how you dodge all conversations about substance. The link is right there. It's not like your channel. The link is right there. We can talk this shit out right now about what you think you're going to do in Houston. And you better be glad that you're not in fucking St. Louis. You see, this is what happens, man. They dodge direct confrontation. They dodge it. They dodge it like a motherfucker. They dodge direct confrontation. What you gonna do? Jump on a live stream and do what? Pure D fucking coward. You better be glad you're gonna fucking go to that whole shit called the streets. That's what dumbass, reprobate, pieces of shit black men do. Try to act like they from the fucking streets. Who the fuck is Kobe? Who are you? Who are you? All right. Well, you can have a nice day, sir. All right, Gorilla. So what do you want to do in Houston?
Man, what the fuck do you want to do?
What
Every time
Houston? No, 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 no,
you
no,
say
no,
what
no.
you want to do, bro,
I'm gonna be running the conversation here. We're
hey,
gonna have a
man, look,
conversation like men, all right? So what we gonna do is I'm gonna
no,
ask
no. What
you,
we gonna do
what
is,
do
I
you
want to
want
know,
to
man,
do
do you
in
want some beef
Houston?
or not,
What
bro?
do you want to do in Houston? What do you
Do
want
you
to do
want
in
some beef
Houston?
or not, bro? Because
Dude,
you
I can
keep
have you
fucking
killed tomorrow.
antagonizing me and saying shit
Listen,
about
listen,
me
listen,
when I
listen,
don't
listen.
talk to you or say
Okay,
shit to
get it
you
off.
or about you, bro.
Get it off. Get it off. You done? This is
No,
the
I'm
reason
not
why.
done, man, because you keep
Oh, okay, all right. No,
antagonizing
no,
me
no, no.
and
Go
making
ahead. Go ahead.
allegations about me and
Go ahead.
slandering me
Go
and
ahead, sir.
labeling me
Go
when I
ahead. Then
don't
sue
fuck
me.
with you or say shit
Then sue
about you,
me.
bro.
Your existence is pathetic.
Man, so do
That's
something
it.
about my
Your
existence, bro.
existence is
I'm
pathetic.
saying, nigga,
That's the
fuck you.
problem.
I'm saying, fuck you and
Okay,
fuck
okay,
everything you about, bro. Now you say
okay.
I'm
So
running
here's the
for
thing.
confrontation.
So
I dare you to say
so
you
here's the
was gonna
thing.
do that shit you said
Okay, so
you was
where in
gonna do
Houston you want
to
to meet up
BDS
then?
me, motherfucker.
Where in Houston do you
Come to
want to
Huntsville, Texas,
go?
bro. Come to
Where
Huntsville,
in Houston you
Texas,
want to
nigga.
go? Where in
Come to
Houston
Lake
do
Street,
you
man.
want to
Lake
meet?
Road, bro. Come
Where
to
in
Lake Road.
Houston?
Come to Lake
Lake
Road,
Road
bro.
and what? Lake Road and what?
Lake
Lake Road and
Road at
what?
the motherfucking goddamn corner at the intersection of Sam Houston Street, bro. Come
Hey
on, let
man,
me there.
do you have a suit ready? Do you have
A
a suit
suit, nigga.
ready?
It ain't no suit. We ain't doing nothing in no goddamn suits, dog.
Like Green Gorilla. If I come there, your ass is gonna be buried in 2 fucking weeks. That's why I
Okay,
asked you
bro.
if you got a
All right,
suit
all
ready.
right, all
That's
right.
why I got you
Okay.
get. That's why I asked you got a suit
Come
ready.
on in. Come on in and stop talking to me. Fuck it then. You done already
You
said
got a
what you
suit
got to
ready?
say. So come on
Like
down then, bro.
Gorilla in a suit. Do you have a suit ready, Gorilla? Do you have your
Hey,
suit
bro, you know
ready?
what, man? Look here, bro. At the end of the day,
Listen,
man, you keep fucking
listen,
with people.
listen,
You are a
listen,
pusillanimous
listen,
man
listen.
who likes to start
Okay,
a
all
whole bunch
right,
of shit.
okay,
I
all right,
believe you to
whatever.
be a
So,
bitch ass nigga, dog. That's what I
okay,
believe you to be. Now
okay.
stop
So tell me
talking
what
about me,
address to come
motherfucker,
at.
or either put up or
One,
shut up,
one,
nigga.
one, one.
Tell me where the
What
fuck you at.
address?
Tell me where
Hey,
the fuck you at. What's your address, dog?
hey, we can meet in
You keep
Denver.
fucking with me over nothing, man. I don't bother you. I don't
I
speak
don't want to
about you.
fly you.
I've not said
Listen,
shit.
listen,
But you keep
listen.
coming on other people's platforms talking shit, and then you act like you a fucking victim and that you being exposed to some injustice when you could have talked it out with me a long time ago. We could have
I
had a
want you dead.
conversation,
What the fuck would I talk
motherfucker,
something
on
out
this
with you for?
on the
A former
property
street
too. We
nigga
could have
have
had a
nothing to talk
conversation.
to me
You
about.
act like
A
you a
street
bully.
you
You just a bitch, nigga. That's all you
okay.
are, dog. You's a hoe, man.
Listen,
You start shit and you
Greg
don't
Gorilla.
finish it, bro.
Greg Gorilla. Here's the thing, man. I hate street people. I hate the fact that you sold
Well,
drugs.
fucking come
You
do
should have
something
been
about it
dead.
then,
You
man.
should have
You
been
hate me
fucking
then,
dead the
do
moment
something
you got
about
out of
it.
prison. You should have been dead the moment you got out of prison. There's no way you
Okay,
should be
well, I
coming
bet you
online
ain't gonna
trying
do
to
it and kill me
proselytize for our
then, nigga.
fucking people.
I dare
You
you to
should
do
be
something
fucking
about it.
dead. You should be fucking dead for
Man,
selling
fuck
that
you,
fucking
nigga.
shit to our
Kill
fucking
me
people.
then, nigga. Do something about it.
That's the problem, Green
I
Gorilla. You
bet you
shouldn't
won't
be
do nothing
alive.
about it,
You
though.
shouldn't be
So
alive.
you got
You shouldn't
30
be
days to
alive.
do something about it. So your
You
viewers
should
hear
be
it,
alive.
you
You
hear
should
it,
be alive.
I
You
hear it.
shouldn't be alive.
Motherfucker, do something about it, nigga. I
You
dare you
shouldn't be
won't. I bet you won't do
alive.
shit
You
about it,
shouldn't be
though.
alive in
Continue to
our
talk
fucking
like a
culture.
bitch, man.
Listen, bro. Listen.
You keep
Like I
talking to
said,
people like you tough, bruh, but you not
no,
tough.
no, you're the one out
You
here
are
telling me that you're
judgmental
gonna
as
knock
fuck.
my
But
teeth
you know
out.
what, though, bruh? Didn't you used to be in a motherfucking gang, man?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait,
then
hold on.
I believe people like you should die then, nigga.
Hold on a second. I told my actual story, right? I told my story that I left the shit once I knew that these motherfucking niggas was not about killing enemies. They were about going across town to fuck hoes. And once their ass got caught fucking hoes, they would bring the drama back to our side of the fucking city. So the actual gang was not about protecting the community. The
Hey,
gang
man,
was
look here,
about
bro.
protecting.
At the end of the day, you are not perfect. I'm not perfect. I never said.
Fuck out of here, man. Listen, I ain't gonna have nobody talking over me on my own shit. So you can stay right there. But I need to clear this up, right? So there's no moral equivalency there. I didn't sell poison to my fucking people. I was in fucking middle school when this shit happened, right? So and that's what it was. The gang was about protecting niggas who would go across the city to try to fuck hoes in other people's areas, get their ass whooped. They would come back over to our fucking hood and have the whole hood on fire because of their motherfucking ass. That's what the gang shit was about. The same shit of the gang shit was also about niggas selling crack and weed over in other people's shit. Same issue. Would get their ass whooped for trying to flip packs over in other people's fucking districts, and they would bring the heat back on everybody else here in our shit. That's when I left that shit. All right. It wasn't like I was going around robbing, stealing, killing, not doing any of that shit. That's the problem. When I say that somebody like this guy right here, who freely went out and sold this shit to the community and want to come online trying to act like he deserves some type of praise or whatever the fuck it is, yes, you should be antagonized. You should have a hole in your fucking head. Yes, you should have a hole in your fucking head. Yes, you should. Gangsters and street people, you're a G with a PhD. You think you ought not to get your ass whooped over that shit? You want to go around with this Nazi's fucking uniform on, trying to act like you some street nigga in 2023? The fuck you think would happen if I'd have fucking come to Houston? Suits, top ramen and fucking tomato sauce. That's all it is at this point. The point is, you don't deserve to be here. You have a fucking doctorate in whatever the fuck you have a doctorate in, and the best thing that you can fucking do is come here and fuck with these broken ass fucking men. That's the problem. Remember, you're the one who said you wanted to knock my teeth out. You was the one who wanted to debate me, and then came to the debate conversation and changed the whole conversation. I don't have shit to say to street people. Nothing. That's the point. So, if he's still there, I'll bring him up because I just can't allow people to just be out there on some bullshit. Oh, he left. So who the fuck are you again? You keep hitting the link. Who are you? All right. Well, I don't know who that is, but that's the point. It's porn. That's what it is. It's porn. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. This shit is pathetic. Trying to be a street dude at a fucking 40 something years old, man. You want to be a G with a PhD. That's the shit that should get your head knocked off of your shoulders, man. You want to wear this Nazi's uniform in 2023 and you don't want people to get at you about that shit, man. That's the problem. No, it's not enough for your ass to fucking be alive. I want all you motherfuckers gone. I don't want your women. I'm not raising and mentoring your fucking kids. I want you niggas to fuck out of here. All of you. He's not willing to fight. What are you talking about? I'm trying to kill this dude. You want that dude to die? Because that's what's going to happen. Fuck this dude. Green Gorilla G with a PhD. Dude, you should have been worm food a long time ago. You should have had an infrared beam on your head the moment you walked out of that prison for doing that time for selling dope in your own fucking community. The fuck I look like trying to fight somebody like this? There's only one way you deal with niggas like this. You get them all the way the fuck up out of here. No, it's cool. It's cool. I ain't got no problem with it. It's just that I don't know him. And he jumped up the same time he jumped up. None of them did. None of them did. None of them motherfuckers did. None of them did. None of them did. None of them did. All these people went to them fucking Jews, sold their fucking soul, rapped for free, and came back to complain to the entire planet Earth over the shit. Hell yeah, them Jews were supposed to fuck you out of your money. You stupid motherfucker. Why the fuck would they pay you to destroy your own fucking community? What, you think you get full credit for that? You don't get full credit for that, boss. Yes. And it's not going to stop until you die. When you die off the planet, then I'll stop fucking with you. Other than that, you still on planet Earth, I'm still going to be fucking with you. End of the day, you keep talking about bitches and not black male progress because remember, you went to school to get a PhD, right? And if you're not fucking doing that, then you're gonna have to see it. Every fucking time you make a live stream about bitches, I'm gonna run down your points and run your ass out this fucking space. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah. Freeway Rick Ross. What did he do for the community? Nothing. Then they have like this was one of these pieces of shit who had the nerve to complain about the 94 fucking crime bill. The 94 fucking crime bill was about criminalizing everybody so that way they can catch pieces of shit like Green Gorilla. And no, I'm not gonna treat you like a fucking brother. I'm gonna treat your ass like a fucking adversary. You don't get credit for the shit you destroyed, man. You don't get credit for the people who you hooked on that shit. You don't get credit for the people who you sold that shit to. Yeah. Now, if you want to talk some intellectual shit about progress, let's do that. Yeah. What about those people? What about those people, Green Gorilla? Did those people that are on the screen, did they do all these grandiose things for the fucking black community? Huh? What about those people? I don't know about that. I haven't even looked up his charges, and I don't care about it. This is the shit that came out of his mouth on his live stream. Because apparently a lot of these dumbass niggas love hearing about people destroy the fucking community, but they don't want to hold them responsible for shit. That's the problem. Yes. Dude, you should have been ran out of any number of fucking cities, man. But you want to hide in this intellectual fucking bullshit. I can guarantee you this. Let's talk about some motherfucking progress. I'll whoop your ass later. But let's talk about some motherfucking progress. Kobe Place, backstage. What happened? Hey, bitch, I'm still backstage. Like, bro, like, why would I talk to you? I don't even know who you are. No, the Vice Lords did not create the Head Start program. I don't know about that. And the Vice Lords don't the Vice Lords create the Head Start program. What is this? The Head Start program isn't a government program. That wasn't started by the fucking Vice Lords. Like I don't man, this is crazy. Man, this shit's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, bro, like, man, something wrong with these dudes, man. Like, they literally want to keep these reprobate pieces of shit around. I want them gone in all of their forms. You don't get to come back. You don't get to come back from that. No, you don't. You gotta go and you gotta stay gone. Yes, the only thing you can do is minister to the broken kids that you help create. That's about it. Ooh, that is correct. Doc Phoenix, you are correct. A lot of those babies were the ones who were in parents were inhaling those fumes when they was cooking that crack in the house. Yes, that is very true. Those people were born with birth defects. That is also very true. Oh, well, the Vice Lord named Lyndon B. Johnson was the one that created the Head Start program. According to that guy, Vice Lords did it. How long did it take to look that up? Not even that long to look up the Head Start program. But we always want to give this fake credit to street people. No, you people are horrific. You people are horrific. Horrific individuals. There is no place in society for these people trying to come up. These are the people who will try to come around and try to be part of neighborhood programs and shit, get on the board, try to bogart people around and all types of shit. They get out of prison, they try to make you respect the fact that they did some time. Nah, man, you stay away from these type of people. So now we're trying to draw the actual difference between Malcolm X and Green Gorilla because they both went to prison. Like, dude, these are black men that you cannot save. You cannot save black men like this. You cannot save them. You have to let them die. Don't date their women. Don't mentor their fucking kids. And by all fucking means, do not hire them or put you on your goddamn team. Don't you ever fucking do that shit. Actually, my plan for progress is making sure that street people don't try to remake themselves into other types of people online. That's my plan for progress, is leaving them all the way the fuck out of the equation. That's part of the progress. Yeah. Also part of the progress is focusing on the productivity piece and not trying to make a fucking headlines or trying to build an actual platform off of broken women and broken men. That's also part of the progress piece. The also also part of the progress piece is learning and understanding the actual history of the fucking country that you live in. That's also part of the progress piece. Choosing the fucking side, showing up to fucking vote, actually organizing and building coalitions is also part of the progress piece. That's all of that's part of the progress piece. Yeah, I can give answers to questions. It's not even that hard. I can give answers to questions. You see how easy that was? I gave you a straight fucking answer on how you get progress. And it's not even that hard. But that's the thing, TJ17. Like, you have this moral equivalency shit with these broken ass men who think that going to prison is part of some type of, I don't know, pilgrimage in order to be a man. It doesn't, you don't get no respect for that shit. The things that you actually stood for when your ass was alive, that's the shit that you're going to be on. That's the shit you're going to be noticed for. Not all this other shit. But you have to explain this to grown ass adults for some dumb ass reason. What's going on, Antonio Keyes, sorry. But okay, all right. So here's the thing. Desaliners. I don't care about what you think. You sound like a whole weirdo. You sound like a whole weirdo. Yeah, I my self-esteem is not attached to what you think. It's about the outcomes that you're producing. You're protecting and trying to lay down grounds for a piece of shit. That's what it is. It's not. It's well known that I don't like these motherfuckers in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Listen, it's kind of like this. Let's say that you go over a relative's house, and all of a sudden somebody shows up that they know they don't fucking you don't fuck with at all. Are you supposed to keep your fucking mouth shut because that dude came over there deliberately in your face? No, you're supposed to let this motherfucker know what time it is. Now, you could have sold those drugs back in the fucking day. You could have did that fucking time back in the fucking day. But when you bring your motherfucking ass out here in regular fucking society, you better fucking act like you got some goddamn sense. And the moment you start backpedaling and act like you're on that fucking street shit, that's when a hole should be opened up in your motherfucking head. We don't have time for these reprobate ass pieces of shit to be back here trying to use their old glory to try to motivate men to be on some motherfucking hoe shit. That's the problem. Yeah, there should be barriers because I want to exclude certain types of black people that don't bring anything to society. Yes, you damn right. I would never fucking let you pretend like you're fucking normal. No, sir. I'm gonna let you know up to the motherfucking front that your ass should not even fucking be here. I wasn't raised around reptiles and fucking whores and pimps. I'm not gonna keep my mouth closed when there is a clear piece of shit in our fucking midst who ain't providing the type of shit a person his age should be providing to fucking you. You see, you can't say shit like that. You want to know why? You want to keep your fucking mouth closed and you think this shit is going to solve itself. Correction, it never solves it fucking self. It has never solved itself in no other point in time in history. Never solved itself. But see, the problem with these dudes is that they want to wear that Nazi uniform that they wore when they were selling that bullshit, and they want us to respect them for it. No, you don't get no points for that. You get no points for that. You get no points for that. You don't get points for acting like a street dude in 2023. You don't get no points for that. You don't get points for that. You don't get points for that. The best thing you got is complaining about bitches online, dude. You don't get no points for that. All this fucking educational credentials, and the only thing you can do is talk about victimhood and nothing about gathering any type of power, dude. You don't get no points for that, man. You get no points for that. I don't give a fuck. You don't get no points for that. Remember, you're a G with a PhD. You removed all of your fucking credibility with your name. With your name. Why? Because a lot of these pieces of shit think that they can just act like a street dude and they get pussy because of it. That's a fucking myth. It's always been a fucking myth. Don't you understand that? They're giving the ass to whoever they fucking want to give it to. They didn't exclusively give it to street dudes. That's a fucking myth. Some fucking shit that is sold to these child fucking soldiers that was created during that time period. That they would get the respect of the fucking community. The only thing you got to do is do dirt and damage against the community. You get some ass for it. That shit's crazy. Yes, you guys have gentrified our space and we got to burn you motherfuckers out of here. That's the fucking point. What's going on, man?
What's up, MOT?
Oh, chilling out, man.
Not too much, man. Just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That is. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and address this. Some of the guys were saying, "What's the plan for progress?" The plan,
No, 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 no.
yeah,
I told him what the plan was. I gave a straight answer to that.
yeah,
A straight answer.
yeah.
The answer couldn't be straighter than what I gave.
Correct. My answer to that is to say, look, the plan is simple. Step number one is to get away from all these Agent Smith motherfuckers that really don't want no progress. First. Second thing is you figure out where you want to go. The best place for most of these guys to go, unless they really have a place in blue collar to go, is probably STEM and IT and stuff like that. You can get, and I'm just gonna put this out here. Free advice. Take it if you want. If you don't, I don't really care. But I'm just here to give this out. If you guys got public libraries and you got a library card, you've got access to free tech training on stuff like LinkedIn Learning and Coursera and stuff like that. And basically,
Every library, most libraries in big cities.
Most libraries in big cities have that. Okay. From there, you can get certified to basically jump into IT and stuff like cybersecurity, A plus, cloud, like I mean SQL and data analytics.
Yes.
It's all there. So yeah, that's where we start. And as far as I'm concerned, all these dudes that really want to do whatever the hell they're doing, telling people to go get educated and stuff like that, most of these dudes ain't educated enough to say shit. Because the thing is, a lot of these dudes out here just capping like crazy on whatever they doing. So, figure out where you want to go, figure out what the situation is, and go from there. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, if you got $100 worth of Udemy courses, you can probably get a job these days that are probably going to pay you $100,000. But it's really just about being positioned to be selected, if that's what progress is. But for me, that is progress. Because back when I used to talk about this shit, we used to have a lot of people saying, oh, well, we need more people who are doctors and engineers and this, that, and the other. And my argument was everybody can't afford to be doctors. So we're going to have to figure out for the people that got 1 year of time where they got to get their shit together, what's the plan for them? Right? So,
yeah.
So that's where I'm going. Much respect, much love to you, and much respect for everybody that's really trying to do what they're supposed to do and get what they're supposed to get out this shit.
See there? Straight answer, right? Didn't take all night, did it? No trolling about women, no going back and forth, no victimhood, straight up fucking answer. Now you got to take some action. Or you can sit around and be entertained on goofy shit all night. That's up to you. But dude, I'm telling you, man, every time I see one of these dudes, man, it fucking turns my fucking stomach.
Yeah.
It turns my fucking stomach to see these fucking dudes who talk like they have a 5th grade fucking education because it make them sound more street than everybody else, man. That shit is not fucking impressive to me, dude. Oh, meet me on this street. Dude, if I meet you on that street, you better have a suit picked out. It's kind of hard to get you fucking sized up when y'all already straight and fucking stiff. I have nothing to say to these fucking animals. Nothing.
Correct.
These people they should be so fucking quiet outside of that fucking jail cell, man. They just don't know how much of this shit they done fucked up. And they think that we fucking weak. Like, dude, we got the same hands that you fucking got, bro.
Correct.
But the thing is, we got the anger of generations that you done fucked up behind these fucking hands. Why you just trying to survive out here? Man, I don't care about these dudes' survival. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. End of the fucking day, you motherfuckers owe us fucking reparations. And we should be kicking your fucking ass around every time you open your mouth. Every time you open your mouth. Where's the fucking progress? Oh, victimhood. Again, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Punk ass pieces of shit, man. All this fucking education, no fucking solutions. Dude asked a question, I gave him a straight answer, you gave him a straight answer.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen after this? He gonna take his ass back over to Green Gorilla's channel and keep
I
listening to
mean,
that whole shit.
you
Nah,
know,
you can't help
look. This is what I'm gonna say, man. Look, there's enough people in here that are really trying to go in the same direction. So for people who are really trying to figure out what the plan is to click up with people that are going somewhere and basically go there together. I mean,
yeah.
that's what we're supposed to do. All this group economics and all this other kind of shit that we done read in these freaking like shit like Tariq Nasheed and like Dr. Claude Anderson and stuff like that.
Shit don't work,
If,
man.
if we really about doing some of that shit, then that's all we got to do is figure out, okay, like who's going where. All right, I'm gonna go in that direction. I'm gonna fuck with you, and we gonna get this done. That's it.
But they can't stop talking about this goddamn woman for 5 fucking seconds to even do that. Cause they gotta antagonize this fucking woman though.
Yeah.
Right? Cause it's just a dodge. It's a dodge from dodging what the fuck you need to be doing and putting it on the fucking woman that she need to be surrendering her fucking power so that way you can sit back and not do shit. There ain't no reason to be talking about these hoes nowadays. There ain't no reason for that. Listen, they don't want me either. Great, perfect. We move on to different people who could. Moved on, different situation, things work. I don't even talk about the women like that. You wanna know why? Not part of my future. Guess what? I'm not part of that future either. I'm past that point of where I'm trying to fuck everything that moves. Yeah, you can actually see the world straighter than a motherfucker if you ain't trying to fuck everything that you come in contact with. That's where you can actually make deals and get shit done. But a lot of these people, they can't do that. They can't do it.
Pretty much. That's it. So, all right, MOT. You know, I'm done. I just wanted to pop in here because I didn't want nobody saying that, you know, what's the plan for progress. I just gave it to you. So it is what it is. Here's the thing though. Do something with it. That's it. Do something with it.
That's it. Dude, at the end of the day, the gorilla didn't come up with a 30-point plan. He wanted to come up with 30 days to fight him. Arr, you gotta jump in the ring with the gorilla. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. I don't fight gorillas, man. and guess what? When Harambe, you get the idea. But yeah, it's just dude, at the end of the day, man, listen, man, you try to hulk out on that stupid shit, man. Like, don't nobody's afraid of that type of shit nowadays, man. Nobody's afraid of that. Where's your fucking ideas at, Mr. PhD? You mean tell me that you went and got a degree to just fucking teach an education? You really ain't gonna come here and do that? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, look, man.
Shit,
a lot of these dudes get degrees in kind of like esoteric kind of soft subjects, and I get it because I got one. But the thing is, going forward and thinking about the long game, if you really try to do something, a lot of them guys get into education, they get into all that kind of stuff, and they're kind of invisible when it comes to progress. They're just happy to be here and kind of tell you like whatever they're gonna do, whatever you supposed to do. But the thing is, like when you actually go and submit this stuff to some kind of SWOT analysis, you know, there ain't nothing there. So it
nothing.
Is
but here's the thing: they never get called anywhere to go fuck up somebody else's environment. No one would be dumb enough to allow these people to get on where they're at.
Correct. So yeah, I mean, that's it. I'm gonna go back into the chat and see if I can't just figure something out. I'm probably gonna get some rest too. I got work tomorrow, so I'll talk to you soon,
cool, man.
folks. All right.
All right, cool. Ben Cannon Kenton, man. I don't know who you are, man.
Oh, is he up here?
Yeah, he's trying to come up.
All
I've
right,
never
yeah,
seen
yeah,
him
yeah,
here
yeah.
before.
Bring him up because he was the one that had all these questions and shit. I'll just. All right.
I always
Yeah.
have questions.
What's up, bro?
First of all, I would like to greet you, brothers, in peace. Shalom.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Right
me?
back at you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got you. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll turn my cam off since we're turning our cam off.
Yeah, yeah. No worries. No
I was
worries.
getting
Um,
worried, man. I thought like somebody's ass was about to come up, man. That's why
Nah, nah,
I
nah,
seen the
nah,
camera on. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. All
nah,
right,
nah.
but go ahead, man.
That's
Go
but
ahead,
go
man.
ahead.
man of tomorrow, I
Yeah, go
don't
ahead.
know you. I
All right.
don't know you, but I've listened to GG, and what I've got out of him has bettered my life and educated me on American society and what's going on as as quote unquote black men in America. I don't
Well,
want
okay, so
so
you was
my
taught
first
victimhood and what else?
my first impression of you is when you came onto his live screen with the confrontation.
Okay,
So
so let's go back to the
my
confrontation.
first impression of you has been
Sir,
positive,
sir,
bro.
sir,
Yes,
let's
bro.
go back to the confrontation on this show. What was being discussed on that show at the time?
On that show at the time, they were going through something about a female expressing. At that time, I saw a clip about a female expression about people killing people. I mean, about a female's
Here's
approach
the
of
thing.
saying about killing.
Here's the thing.
Mm,
Worrying about what the fuck the woman is doing is not going to help you get your shit straight or together. It's going to have you complaining about women. Period. It's a victimhood slight. Is to actually put it on the woman to act perfectly rather than you being more disciplined. Now, you can go.
Rael's in the back, by the way, MOT.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, so that was the
mm.
conversation. And so when I came in there, you have to understand that there's not men around in any fucking community talking about this level of victimhood bullshit. What he's doing, he's running game on y'all. Like, you mean to tell me out of everything that's happening? Okay, let's go to his city of Houston, where he's at. The state of Texas decided to take over the education system in Houston, Texas. What do you think is more important?
Education is
Talking.
everything.
Okay, why did he not talk about education in Houston? Why did he talk about the actual woman and the shit that she's doing? And you heard all the fucking victimhood and not being appreciated and what a fucking degree can't do. That's why I'm like, why the fuck are you even teaching this shit? You apparently you have enough education to know that this ain't the fucking topic of the day, pal. Why the fuck are
It's
you even
not
spreading this bullshit among us? Okay,
it's not understanding the historical foundation of where you at to understand where you are at now. You have to understand the past to see where you are right now to create the
no, but
future.
he
And
doesn't
that's
have a
Yeah,
how the
historical
process goes.
conversation.
yeah,
Yeah, but here,
but they live in the past, bro.
yeah.
What you
No,
look look.
continue.
Let me handle this, MOT. Let me handle
All right.
this. All right. I don't know how long you've been in the space. If you haven't been in the space as long as we have, that's fine.
I have
All I'm
not.
all I'm saying is when you stay in this space longer and longer, you go understand that there's a decent amount of people here. And Rael can talk about this on top of me saying it because I don't want me to say it and then other people not really talk about it. You're going to see a lot of people just kind of trauma bond and go back to the past and this
Mhm.
and that, whatever.
Yeah.
And we all get it. But the situation is these brothers live in the past. And as far as I'm concerned, they're going to live in the past today. They're going to live in the past tomorrow. They're going to live in the past for the next 10 years, depending on if you're going to be here for 10 years. And all I'm here to tell you is if you want to get your stuff together and do what you're supposed to do, it's going to be on you, bro. And
I
and
agree
and and
100%.
and as far as I'm concerned, like I'm just trying to empower you to basically say, okay, this is where I'm going. This is what we doing. We got enough people in this space that are willing to help. Let's just go ahead and get there because talking about these women or talking about this other shit that is already done that really ain't going to change isn't going to change anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my whole thing is just get empowered by people that got the right energy for you and the right information for you, and make it happen, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's what all this shit is. Period.
Okay, okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. What I'm hearing from you, is that, we're focused on trauma plot. I'm not saying you're incorrect. I'm not saying you're incorrect at all. What I'm hearing from Green Gorilla was an understanding of the foundation of what has put us in the current situation as we in. Example, there's been legislative passed into the institution of psychology, the term toxic masculinity that affects us today. Just like
Okay, okay,
racial
wait, hold on, wait, hold on, hold on,
homophobia,
hold on, hold on. Let's stop right here. What political
educate me.
party is Green Gorilla part of?
I have no idea, sir. I'm not part of any
Okay,
political
okay. So if you're not talking about participating in the
politics.
actual process, it doesn't matter if you know the history. If he's not talking about this is what I'm doing to get involved
Yeah. What's the
with this
solution?
specific thing, yeah, what's the solution?
Yeah.
Now, now talking about the problem doesn't really mean that much.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I mean by being held hostage by the past. Okay, so I have a question for you, and I want you
Educate
to
me.
answer honestly with me.
So be it.
Okay, so my question is the type of women that he is talking about on his live stream, are you trying to bring one of these type of women inside of your household?
Hell no, I'm not from the States.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if you're not trying to bring any of these women inside of the household, it doesn't matter about what the fucking history is, does it?
It does because it affects me because currently I'm
Okay.
participating in you guys'
Can I
society.
Okay.
can I
And I
step in
need to
real quick?
understand you guys' society.
Go ahead, Uncle
Okay,
Steve.
can
Go ahead.
let
Hold on,
me let
hold on,
me
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Oh,
hold on.
All right. Let Rael go first because he was
oh,
up
I'm
here
sorry.
before
yeah,
Uncle
yeah.
Stu. But go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Peace, MOT, peace of the panel, and peace of the chat.
Peace, bro.
One of the things that black men as a collective of men are gonna have to learn how to do is learn how to read the room. And what that means is when you come in certain environments, you need to understand the lay of the land first before you start engaging.
I agree.
Because if you come into places where you don't really understand the lay of the land, you don't understand the history of the place, and you just start bare knuckle brawling, man, you're gonna get yourself hurt or worse. And a lot of times, these people come into these spaces, they don't have conversations, they choose sides, and that's different. See, when I first came into the manosphere, before I got on the panel, I sat back for 2 years and didn't I made comments in chats, but I didn't get on panel and just start brawling it out. I took in people's perspectives. I understood what this person was saying, this particular person was saying, and over time I got enough, I heard enough from them to understand what their position was. A lot of these dudes come in these spaces, they choose sides. So that means they go with what they think is popular, like some mean girls on some high school type shit. That's not going to cut it in the world of men. Because when you
No,
come in these spaces, you can't just come in and just start trying to bogart and insult people just because you disagree. If you disagree with anything that the members of the Black Brain Trust have to say, that's fine. You can disagree with it. But when you come out here trying to insult people's intelligence who sit here and give out information that clearly helps black men move up economically. Are these dudes really saying that economics don't matter? Because if they're saying that, man, y'all really sound silly trying to defend these dudes if they're going to make the case that economics don't matter. Like that's just ridiculous. Like that everybody
absolutely.
everybody knows economics matter. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree
And so
with
when
you
you
there.
and so when you when you have a side that is trying to push that particular side, that particular piece about because they'll be the first one to say, well, over 60% or whatever, almost 60% of black men are in the middle class. Well, that's called productivity, dude. Like they're in it because they're being productive. They ain't just in it because they joined the club. Like they're doing productive things that get them money. And instead of you actually showing respect for them being productive, your argument is money don't make you a man. You know,
Yes.
that doesn't make you better than me as a man, blah, 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 blah. But see, I've been to college and I understand what discourse is. I understand what research is, using actual sources to back up your what you're saying. And the reality of the situation is, I can guarantee you, if he came to a debate with some white person in academia, he will be on his best behavior. He would not come in throwing chairs and breaking bottles, talking about, you know, F you and I'm gonna pull up on you. But you come into a space of black men nobody on this particular side has disrespected him. But at the same time, like when you put
the
your
brother
hold on,
did.
hold on. You must didn't see the video the other day when he was going off. And
No.
the BS comment that he sent to Complex Design.
Yeah.
See, you need to learn, you need to understand the whole picture before you just come in and start defending, because a lot of times y'all don't know who y'all defending like that. See, we're not hold on. What I'm saying is we're not sitting here talking about we need to be defended because we stand on our own as men. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're saying. We're saying be respectful though. Like be respectful, because there's times where I've listened to stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's on point right there. So it's not like I've come in his chat being on some disrespectful type stuff. But at the same time, if you want people to respect the work that you put in to get your PhD, respect the business class of black men who put in work, man, to make their business successful.
Correct.
Don't try to nullify their success saying, oh, you ain't better than me because you got more money than me. Dude, in the world of men, having resources does give you power and influence. If you can't accept that as a man, that's your own foibles that you need to deal with. That ain't got nothing to do with us, because that's across the board, no matter if you Pakistani, white, Japanese, Chinese, Indian, it don't matter. It's across the board. And I'm gonna pass it to you, Stu, in a quick second. That's the reason why me and Complex are doing this stream on Booker T. Washington. Because when we do this stream on Booker T. Washington and really show where this hatred of the black male business class really comes from, we're going to see where it really comes from. And it ain't from the business class. The business class of black men have never hated on black academics. It's always been the other way around. And we're going to show where it comes from, because this is an argument that has been had for over 100 years. And we're going to do our best to lay it to rest, because it needs to stop. You can't sit on the sideline and theorize while the men who are actually building are in the game building, and then think that you're better than those men who are actually building the institutions you need. It don't work like that. And that's how a lot of these dudes are trying to push themselves off pseudo intellectuals, but you ain't got no grocery store for black people. You ain't got no real estate company for black people to build black institutions. You ain't got no hospitals for black people. Like, rhetoric ain't gonna feed black people. And when you come out here trying to disrespect, man, the work of black business class, man, that's some irritating shit, man, because you want people to respect the work you put in with your PhD. So respect the work that other people do when they do business.
Yeah, all right. All right. So you have to understand that there's a context of the conversation that you don't understand. That this is an ongoing conversation that you're trying to understand within 5 minutes, or you think that when I came into the chat. Because at the end of the day, there's no reason. Like, there's no reason to be coming around trying to gaslight men over these fucking women. That's why I asked the question: if these women are going to be what you're going to choose from and going to be in your household, then there's no need to have live streams about them or understand them at all. Because if you've made this decision to be with them, there is nothing else that you could be able to do. This is what you're going to actually be on, and this is what you want to do. But for a person who has a PhD to be here doing this type of shit to people, it's crazy. You can't do that type of shit, and you have to be called out for it every time that you do it, because you can't be here trying to get people caught up in understanding this fucking woman. If you don't want to be with her at the end of the day, okay, great. But if you are going to be with her at the end of the day, then there's nothing to clearly complain about. I mean, you may have think that you've learned all this shit from him and all that shit, but at the end of the day, you're still going to be here dealing with the same problems. Same problems. Like this shit hasn't changed. Like you can't mean to tell me that you didn't read the history or know it on your own, so you outsourced it to this guy to kind of do it for you. That's fucking crazy. You have to know
No,
this shit in advance, so that way you don't need to be spoon fed by men online about actual history, about shit
I
that you
agree.
should already know.
Yeah,
I
I think
I
I
agree.
think
I agree.
Uncle Stu was the next to speak. Go ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
Yeah. First of all, good evening, good morning, y'all. But I just came up here because the gentleman was talking about the history, and you don't really have to go that far back. I would tell you do this study on your own. Understand what happened in the 60s, especially 65 to 75. You had what's known as the Vietnam War. That sent a lot of black men overseas. Then when
Yeah.
you understand what happened in early 75 to at least 90s, that crack epidemic was huge. And that was one of the biggest destruction of the black family and the black community. So you're going to understand that a lot of people, as they said earlier in this stream, what you're looking at really is the outcome of what the crack era did. You know what I'm saying? It destroyed a lot of communities. It destroyed families. The millennial generation is nothing but a generation of ex-crack babies. Not to say that millennials was all on drugs, but that's how close they was to it. So if you understand what happened and the dynamics of that, which you could just look online, you don't even have to go anywhere. You look online and then you see where the destruction came from.
I agree.
And
And
you
if
have
you
these individuals who come back and try to pretend like we should respect the gruff and tough. I'm like, dude, it is 2023. What are you talking about? We're not behind no jail cell. What are you talking about? Try to jump like you're on the streets. What are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? You talking to a whole grown ass individual that you want me to meet up? I'm like, yeah, if I meet up, I'm coming with the SWAT team. That's what we gonna do.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing, MOT, what they need to understand is you need to understand the position of somebody that's in academia. Much of a person's work in academia is based on what they produce in terms of the things they publish. Okay, so
Okay.
that means he should have a body of work that we should be able to read and get his view and really be able to see what he has synthesized to be able to say, okay, well, this is the vein that he's speaking from. So, and also too, in academia, you have a platform to push a lot of things. There are a lot of people who have gotten departments for children in college because they researched enough to make the case to get the grant funding to actually do things, because that's what happened in my college. One of the professors, he traveled to Africa. He was doing a lot of research, and he was putting together all types of things. He got funding to actually design an actual a child style curriculum in terms of education in the college. So when the black people became teachers, they would take that actual discipline in the public school arena. So what where is that kind of body of work from these PhDs? Not talking about passport bro stuff and stuff like that, but what's your actual work that you're actually behind that props up your position from an academic standpoint? Because you can't just be an academic with no direction. You have to have something that really speaks about, like, that's what's really dear to you. Otherwise, you just out here just capping, man. You just out here just arguing on the internet. And why would you waste a PhD on the internet talking about pulling up and fighting people? Is that where we've gotten to the point where our academics is ready to fight like they in UFC or some shit? Like, come on, man, that shit is
yeah.
ridiculous, man.
let
I
me
have
let
to
me
fight
let
him
me
in 30 days because he can't argue his particular point of view.
And he
And
and he
it's
and
like,
he's and he's an academic. He's supposed to be able to argue his point.
I
No,
have a question
no,
for the
no,
gentleman.
no,
No, no,
no.
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Is
I have to
is
speak. I have to speak, please. Please
I
let
got,
me speak. It wasn't. It wasn't the nigritudes, and that's where I come from. In my community, we use the term nigritudes. I
What the
understand. I
fuck does that
understand
even
y'all
mean?
talking about being. I understand y'all talking about being uncivilized and everything. I understand the TOM. He got offended, and I'm hearing y'all point. But if the goal is progress among men as quote unquote black men, I mean, somebody has to take the higher ground.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Wow.
I have a question for you.
What?
My
Okay.
If
young
the
man, I
progress,
have,
I'm just saying, if we're gonna take, someone has to take the
but
higher ground and
let
let
me
the
ask
stuff
you.
roll off his back and say focus on the mission. The
Okay, let
goal
me
is
ask
to
you a
have
question.
progress to educate
You
people.
okay? Let me ask you a question because you used the word mission. So, give me the three major problems of black men in the black community.
The first major problem is the united understanding of the goal. Y'all need to all have one goal. The second is the practical application of achieving that goal. I've seen it through your history. Black Wall Street and many other businesses like that were systematically destroyed by institutions. So even after what the Reconstruction era, 1960s, we have a lot of quote unquote black men or African American men who have participated in the government. The progress has been, we have had progress, but it has been slow.
Hold
And
on, no.
Okay, no, no,
Hold on,
no. Hold
hold
on,
on, Uncle
Rod.
Wait,
Stu.
hold on.
Hold on, Uncle
There's a
Stu. He's
reason
on.
why I went down.
He's in my
There's a reason.
he was in my wheelhouse right now. Let me
Okay,
just
because
get
I
this,
was getting
please.
ready to say
Let me
something.
just get him. Let me just get him.
educate me. Educate
Okay,
me, please.
first of all, okay, it was academia. It was black males in academia like W.E.B. Du Bois who formed the NAACP, who specifically formed the NAACP to undermine the economic philosophy expansion of people like Booker T. Washington and Marcus Garvey. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
So now we get into the real nitty gritty. That's why I said this has been a fight for since that time. Okay, because
Mm.
you have black men who got PhDs who only live in the world of theory, who cannot stand seeing black men like Booker T. Washington, who actually built institutions, take the mantle of leadership in black America because they want to lead basically being on the sideline. And you can't do that. In no other group can theoreticians be the leaders of the group.
I
Of
And
agree.
your
then
church
and
be the
then
leaders of your group.
and
Okay?
then
I
the
agree.
piggy
That's
and
where
then
it's coming from.
right. And to piggyback on what Rod just said, not one time did you mention a woman.
Yes.
Never. No.
So,
I come from a
yeah. So,
So
patriarchal
why is that the
society. No.
conversation?
I come from a patriarchal society. No.
No,
We women
and that's
women
the
women women are necessary for life. But
okay,
as men, we are
but
the
you did
leaders of
not
this
one
world.
time, right? But not one time did you say, "Oh, well, back in the history, a woman did this, a woman did that,
Right.
a woman did this." You didn't say that. You said, "Hey," you used the example of Black Wall Street, right? You said
Yeah.
that men was making economic progress, right?
Yes.
If you're making a certain amount of money, right? You don't think a black woman wouldn't quit working for wouldn't quit being on social service? You don't think she wouldn't leave her job? You
I
don't
agree
think that
with you 100%.
okay,
It's our job to make it happen.
all right. So with that being said, wouldn't it be better for somebody, I love the panel on this cool uncle stuff. Wouldn't it be better for me as an older person, right? To get out here and say, okay, let me teach you how to get the money in
Mm-hmm.
2023
Mm-hmm.
that I couldn't get in the 1990s. You
Okay.
have access to worldwide information today. My job is to try to help you to understand how to navigate that information. I'm just talking about my part, right? At
Okay.
the same time, let's say you do have some developmental stuff because maybe you didn't have the resources in social development that I had. Wouldn't it be better for me to teach you how to, as they say in these new terminologies, teach you about emotional intelligence, teach you how to really speak, teach you how to articulate yourself, teach you how to navigate in
Soft
various
skills.
environments? You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's
And I
that's
Mm-hmm.
that's
agree with
my
you
okay.
100%.
Again, that has nothing to do with a woman. Let me just drop this and then I'm gonna let the rest of the panel continue. When before I got married and I was doing all this online dating stuff, you want to know what women used to say to me? They say, "Do
Educate.
you no? Do you got a job? Do you got a place to stay and do you got a car? I ain't
Provide,
never had a
protect,
female,
hold
I ain't never
down.
had a woman ask me about no 6 figures, none of this other stuff. So what does that tell me? That tells me there's something else going on. Then I would get on a freaking call, and they couldn't believe that I could speak 15 minutes without asking about anything sexual.
Mm-hmm.
That opened up the door for the more sex than you can imagine. Just because I didn't talk about sex for 15 minutes, which tells me what? That evidently a lot of guys online, that's their first 15 minutes of conversation.
Mm-hmm. Especially
So
older
what?
men, because
Right.
when I was younger, dealing with older women, they used to marvel at how mature I was, and they would tell me all the time how more mature I was than the men their ages, all the
So
time.
so what I'm saying to you is money solves money problems. If you poor, you got poor man problems. You middle class, you got middle class problems. When you rich, you got rich man problems. But trust and believe, you get above a certain level economically, a lot of things that you think is a problem will go away.
Ecclesiastes 10:19.
Do you understand? So, what I'm saying to you is this: you cannot fix something that happened in the 60s. You can't fix what happened in the 70s. You can't fix what happened in the 80s, the 90s, or early 2000s. All you could do is say, okay, where am I? Where do I want to go? And if you get you a good woman, then you can get there 2 times faster. But you got to know who you are before you can even tell her who she need to be. I guarantee you, bro, and I've seen it over and over and over again. You get yourself together and you can get any freaking woman to submit to you. Why? Because what is submission? To sub the mission. Where are you going 5 years from now? What you building 5 years from now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the vision? Have you written it down?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
That's why it makes no sense to have or show up the conversations about women that you're asked definitely don't want to end up with. Because what it does is it actually takes you off the women that you do want to be with to focus on the women that you don't want to be with.
Mm-hmm.
And to keep doing that over and over again is crazy. It's like no one has to tell me about the virtues of fruits and vegetables over fast food, over McDonald's or a Burger King or some shit. I don't have to show up to a live stream telling me about shit like that. But if I show up to that live stream to listen to that, it means that I don't understand that on my own. And actually being talked out of eating McDonald's is something that I need to repeatedly do. So you know a conversation that you showed up to on that live stream. And you know that conversation over there doesn't sound like the conversation we're having here.
I do not disagree. You just
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is simply that when you come on defending these people have a history and a track record that you're not privy to. You may feel empowered, you may feel informed, but without taking tangible action, you wouldn't be focused on this fucking woman that you don't want to fucking be with. And any man
let,
talking about
let
this
me say
woman
my
that you
point.
don't want to be with, at the end of the day, is selling you down a fucking keel. There's no need to talk to women online or none of that shit because it doesn't matter how many women that you talk to online. If you still want to end up with the average level of people out here that are complaining about relationships and whatnot, then there's no need to even show up to any conversation about it. You've already accepted your loss already.
That's cool.
You know, MOT.
Right.
You know
Can I
what's so
can I
interesting? Oh,
respond
oh,
to somebody in the
go ahead,
chat
Stu.
and then
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
Stu.
get quiet.
Go
Let
ahead.
me respond to Smooth real quick. Smooth, I just came off the dating market 3 years ago. So what you talking about is not real, bruh. I mean, ain't no woman out here asking for 6 figures. And if you look at the statistics, average black person doesn't make 6 figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with any of you brothers on the panel. I just want to go back to my point that I stated. It's about you brothers here are giving the economic part of we all have a part to play. We all have a part to play. The educational system has a part to play. The understanding of the historical system has a part to play. The political. Damn it! Don't die on me. Don't die.
His phone,
What?
his phone died. Okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well.
Yeah, his phone died. All
Right.
right, yo.
Well.
Yo,
Well.
and
Anyway,
well,
look.
we're
I
all on the
wanted
same page here.
I
So
want to
yeah.
say this. I
Go,
wanted to
yeah, go
say
ahead,
this.
Ralph.
Like, okay, so I just spent about $1,600 on this grant database. Okay. And I started I just wanted to test it. And I tested it and I put in the search engine, I put black boys in the search engine. I think it pulled up about maybe over 200,000 grant like funders, like grants that have been handed out. Different companies and organizations or whatever, and foundations and charities or whatnot. And this one stood out to me. It was something in Cali. It was called Homeboy something. I saw a grant from that they had won that was $1 million for black boys.
Wow.
Okay. So for all this talk that these dudes see, we're gonna lay it down where it is.
Yeah.
And see when y'all gonna see it, because I'm pretty sure that probably started, probably maybe some educated person, I don't know, but probably has a lot of influence of neighborhood dudes. And it was basically something that's dealing with trying to get ex gang members, teaching them job skills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so for all this talk about, oh, they don't do this and they don't do that and that, this and that, I'm literally, when I typed in black boys, I saw over $8 billion had been allocated in grants towards black boys initiatives. Okay.
I mean, was it super chat money or was it?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And these
okay.
dudes are sitting here talking about this and talking about that, talking about this and talking about that. And it's like, y'all dudes are not, y'all are not moving anything. Y'all are
Not at all.
entertaining people, but you're not moving the needle on anything because you don't have any structure to anything. They have been, since we've been in this space, MOT, they have been fighting a structure to the space the whole time. They've been
Yes.
fighting it. They have never wanted a structure to the man, the black manosphere, because that meant that the people who are adept at creating a structure will take over, and people will follow them. They don't want to see these black men actually do better. Like,
Right.
you can't come to these type of conversations making it about you. Like, this is about a collective. Like, these young cats, man, are watching us. They're listening to us. They're like, yo, man, these cats are dropping some real stuff. We got their ear. But if you gonna come in, man, with some BMF type stuff and let's bang in the street type stuff, like, you're not really accomplishing anything here, man.
This
Like,
shit don't work.
it
This
don't
shit
Yeah.
don't
work,
You
work.
man.
know, you know what it is? You know what it is, Ryan? I mean, I've seen this. A lot of these dudes that come up here and do all this stuff, they get influenced by some of these guys. They got a them problem. They got a them problem in the sense that when I used to be in sales, when we used to get our quotas and people wouldn't believe in whether they could hit their numbers, our supervisor used to always say, you got a you problem in terms of hitting this target, right? So in a lot of ways, when you have a you problem, you can't really perceive what you're supposed to do and who you're supposed to take direction from. And if people got a you problem, that's not our problem. Period. It's because we can only do so much. That's it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just that what people don't understand is that they fight for no structure because no principle, no structure, no progress. Okay? No principle, no structure, no progress. Everybody's here to build an audience off of these broken men by keeping them focused on broken women. That dude is not dumb. He know exactly who the
Yeah.
fuck he's marketing to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is men mortgage their credibility by wasting a whole bunch of time thinking they're being empowered by conversations that's actually removing power away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did more explaining of Green Gorilla's action than Green Gorilla was explaining when he came up here. What does that say? What does that say when your followers are actually explaining the shit that you are unwilling to explain? He was like, "Oh, let's meet up." I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't meet up with you." It's like that's why I refused to talk to him on the Prophet of Thought series because he wanted a debate with me. We came to the debate, and then all of a sudden he tried to switch the debate so that way we could be on some buddy buddy shit. I'm like, we're not on some buddy buddy shit. We on different time. You are a street dude who's trying to make yourself look like some shit that you shouldn't be trying to remake yourself into, and I'm not going to allow you to do that. We're going to talk about what PhDs are going to do within the space. That was the original intention of the actual debate between me and him on the Prophet of Thought series channel. What's the efficacy rate of the PhDs and what are their intentions are within this
Thank
space?
you.
That's
Thank
what the
you.
conversation was about. So when I stormed out the panel and I was blazing fucking mad when I did, he knew that he was trying to turn this conversation into something the fuck else other than what the original intent of the conversation was. Now we're what, 1.5, 2 years later, now we're still talking about bitches again. And these dudes that get caught up because they think that now that I understand this woman, I feel empowered now. I'm like, dude, talking about broken women don't fucking get you empowered. It don't empower you to do shit. End of the day, no political party, no organizing. Again,
Mm-hmm.
shit going on in his own city about the fucking education piece. Texas took over the education system. Did he bring his PhD ass on to talk about that? Nope. Did he commission any studies for the black boys that he came to declare about? Nope. Like, dude, when you have credentials, you have to commission studies with your credentials. The women who graduated from Mississippi Valley State or Jackson State, all these motherfuckers from, who Alcorn, who graduated from my class, those PhD women, they're in the fucking community. They have organizations. They commission studies. They work with the Mississippi Public School District to make shit better for the black boys. I don't talk about the shit online. You want to know why? I could tell niggas who are full of shit when they do come online and try to pretend like they care about black boys by using their trauma as an actual weapon to fucking get super chat money out of these broken motherfuckers. I
Yep.
know the difference. I know the difference. But these people, they don't have any fucking friends, and listening to these fucking grifters is the first real bit of what they think genuine manhood is.
Man, let me
Genuine
tell you.
brotherhood
Hold on,
is.
MOT. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all fellas something right now. When I was in college, as far as undergrad years, I got to see a lot of these pro-black, pseudo-pro-black, intellectual black males specifically. Okay, and I'm telling y'all right now, they was the first ones to cower and sell you out for a piece of ass. I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure was.
They were the first ones to sell you out. They wasn't trying to do nothing for black men like that. Black boys, all they wanted to do was use black men to prop themselves up, to make themselves look good. Matter of fact, in my school one time, one of the dudes, he was one of these young, he drank the Kool-Aid like a lot of us did, and he went and he got on that pro-black real hard stuff, and he ended up getting beat up by the campus police. They didn't get this dude a lawyer, man, to sue the school and nothing like that. You know what they did? They used the incident to create more positions in the Black Studies program.
In the faculty, probably.
They
Yep.
used it to advance themselves.
Yeah.
All that kente cloth wearing and dashiki wearing and locks and all, man, them dudes was selling brothers out. And when I spoke up against one particular female professor who was doing a lot of shady crap, man, it wasn't even the females who came at me wrong. It was the dudes.
Yes, right.
It was the dudes.
Never the women.
I washed my hands with them clowns after that. I said, man, y'all weak. And I washed my hands with them. So them same type of grifter type dudes that was in them departments, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. They realized that them black chicks that started out with black studies, they got on the the female side of things. So they was getting grant money, and while they was pulling up in Honda Accords, them chicks was pulling up in Beamers and Benzes, and they realized that they got had. So now they walking over here with their tail between their legs on some like, yeah, black male solidarity. But 10, 15 years ago, man, they was the main one selling black men out and black boys too. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better know who y'all talking about, man. I've been there, I seen it. That's why I don't trust any dude that talk that pro-black stuff, because I already know what they on. They gonna sell you out, man, for a piece of ass every single time. Not money. They ain't gonna sell you money. They don't even want money. They'll sell you out for a piece of ass every single time. And that's what they doing now. They selling y'all out for a piece of ass. They dangling in your face, and they're gonna keep having you give that money, and you're gonna keep getting it because you traumatized by it instead of making another plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna come off of here because it's like late over where I'm at. But it's been a pleasure, gentlemen. I just wanted to come up and speak to that brother as far as the history goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Uncle Stu.
Hey, same here, man. Same here. Shout out to Mr. Von Bryan in the chat. You know, that's another brother that MOT, if you ever can, you know, he don't have his own channel, but he got a lot of wisdom.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think I met him one time on your channel.
Yeah. You met him on my channel. Yeah.
Yeah, during the live stream. Yeah, older guy.
Yeah.
Older guy with some sense out here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm out too. But all I'm gonna say is, man, look, this shit ain't hard. It's simple. Like if y'all want to do something, it's all out there. I mean, I said what I said before I was done. And to be perfectly honest with you, man, just do what you're supposed to do. Like there's enough people in this space for you to get from where you are to where you need to be. It's really on you, because as far as it goes with these PhDs and these master teachers and God knows whatever, man, look, if they had the solution to this shit, we wouldn't need to be here. None of us would need to be here. Fuck. Spend all our time worrying about this shit. Yeah, we're doing the job they're supposed to be doing if they really about this shit. So yeah. All right, man. I talk to y'all. Much love and
all right, Ori.
Peace and blessings to all you guys.
Peace to you.
All right, man. Any last words, Ryan, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, thanks for having me up. Piece of panel that was up here in chat. These academics are supposed to be able to give you something that they're pushing. Like, for example, I had a professor, Dr. Watts. I found out a couple years ago that his wife had wrote a book that had got a lot of fanfare, like that. I think it was turned into a movie too. Like, I was like, damn. But he was a psychology professor, and he did community psychology. That was his focus. And he had actual things set up, like going out into the community, doing projects, man, with people in the community, different initiatives and stuff like that. And so you knew where he stood. You know what I'm saying? Like with these dudes, it's like where is their initiatives? Where is their, like, they should have a nonprofit or some nonprofit setup that you could be trying to help them. You know, if you know how to write grants, you should be able to try to help them write grants, and they could bring you on and stuff like that. Like, where is their projects to back up their rhetoric? Like, they don't all.
You have a whole PhD, but you haven't commissioned any studies.
No,
you have a whole PhD, but nothing, right? But a fucking YouTube channel talking to broken men, some bullshit, man.
Bullshit. Like, that's not how it works. We've been in academia. I've been in academia. MOT's been in academia. We know what comes with it, and they have to publish stuff. So they should be able to you should be able to read their works. You should be able to go. You should be able to get into a EBSCO host, get into one of these databases, and look up their work and see what their positions are. You know, from an academic perspective, you ain't seeing that. You ain't seeing any nonprofit stuff that they're doing to change things in society. And the federal government knows that the federal government does not have all the answers for all the ills in society. That's why you have grants out here in the first place. People come up with ideas to bring change. They see something wrong. Okay, we're gonna start this organization. We're gonna get some funding to bring change in a positive way. Okay, so where's their organization at? Where's their organization at that actually shows that they're trying to bring about a change? You can't talk about bringing about a change when you're talking about trying to fight people on streams because you can't defend your position. How you trying to fight somebody because you can't defend your position? The reason why he want to fight people because he can't defend his position because his position is bullshit. That's why. That's why you want to
Stupid as
fight.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? We can defend our position, but he can't defend his, and I'll just leave it there, man.
Yeah, I mean, but you have to understand that no other time in history could we ever have this conversation in front of people so that way they can see the difference between one and the other. Now we can.
Right, right,
Now we actually can.
absolutely,
Now we can see that these people are on the shit that they always have been on.
right. And I'll say this last thing. Let me tell y'all something, black men. The academic class of black people, because see, this is the most interesting thing that I've seen about Booker T. Washington. This space has talked about, since I've been in this space, their respect for blue collar black men. Okay. They've always been talking blue collar black men need to get respect. Blue collar black men need to get respect. Blue collar black men need to get respect. Booker T. Washington was a blue collar black man that built institutions. Okay. And in the annals of history, Booker T. Washington is relegated as an accommodationist and a sellout. And he was neither. Every institution, everything that he did was community centric. It was based on self-reliance, and it was to help black people advance economically so black people will have the resources to affect things politically. Okay? But black people as a collective, in terms of the annals of history, do not give him the proper respect. Now, these academics, these black academics, you're the boys who sat on the Negro Project that eventually became Planned Parenthood, all that stuff that they complain about. Well, you academics, that's your side that did that. Booker T. Washington wasn't pushing for nothing like that. Okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. They have intellectualized the business acumen out of black people as a collective to basically keep black people a dependent class of black people. This is what your academics have done to y'all consciousness. Because if you look at anything that black people was doing post-slavery, black people was getting money. Y'all are gonna be real shocked when we do this stream on Booker T. Washington. Y'all are gonna be real shocked at how fast black people was getting to the bag, how fast black people was building black owned cities. It wouldn't have been no Tulsa to burn down if it didn't exist. It didn't come out of nowhere. Black people was building that type of stuff. You had black men and black women that was in the National Negro Business League, and they were getting things done together. This notion that black people can't work together and we got some defect, that's BS. That was introduced through the likes of your black academics like W.E.B. Du Bois, and it's still prevalent today. So don't make no mistake about it. Your intellectual class, black people, has been your biggest hindrance of your own economic expansion. Your academic class.
They're trying to keep you comfortable at the bottom and discuss all these platitudes and issues and just keep you just placated with bullshit rather than talking about progress. It's easy to
Absolutely.
feel empowered without any action. It's easy to feel empowered, but these people are just normally just full of shit. So
Normally when people in normal discourse, normally when people lose an argument, they either stop talking or they try to come back with another position to try to counteract that. They don't, when they lose an argument, they don't start fights. Okay? Like Khalid Muhammad and other people, Dr. Clark, peace be upon them, they will sit right there with white people who were espousing racist ideology right in their face. They never tried to fight them one time.
not on TV. Never.
Never. They had enough self-respect because when they went out there and spoke, they knew they were speaking on the behalf of black people. And they didn't like that. You think they sat there and liked the stuff that they was hearing coming out of these racist white people mouth? They sat there and they dissected everything that they said with a scalpel. and destroy them. So if this is what y'all PhDs are reduced to want to fight fight online because they can't defend their position, then they don't have a position at all. Because when you actually have a position, you can defend that shit.
And you could just lead with the facts of the actual argument, but you can't defend his actual track record of the ghettoism, stupid shit that he talks about online. There's no place for a PhD to be doing no stupid ass shit like that. Now, I would expect like keeping it 100 to do some stupid shit like that, but not no motherfucking PhD, man.
No,
This
absolutely
shit's
not.
stupid as fuck. Like, and it
I
doesn't
was
make any
actually
sense.
disappointed hearing that nonsense, to be honest. I'm like, man, y'all supposed to be more serious than this, but this is ridiculous. And if they Master T, that's what you cloud chasing on. Well, you silly your damn self. So who cares? Like, of course you gonna somebody like him ain't got nothing else to do anyway. We get it. He an old nigga. He ain't got nothing else to do anyway. But y'all gonna sit there and ruin the type of connections you could be forging and things like that. Like, we appreciate research. I have no problem with research. Booker T. Washington didn't have any problem with research either. That's why he asked W.E.B. Du Bois to come to Tuskegee to teach twice, because he used a lot of his social science research in his school. He just said that that's not the mold that we need to use to get forward. We need to use this. We need to get some money first, because we can't do anything without money. We need institutions. And that's all it was. It was never either or proposition. They keeping the tradition of Du Bois alive with this either or proposition. It's not either or. You can't do anything in this world without finances, period. You got to be able to have the resources, man, to advance your interests. And the LGBTQ community has shown that. They couldn't get nothing done at first in the United States. They started putting money to it. They started getting stuff done. A lot of people didn't like it either. But guess what? They had the money. And they put that money behind those initiatives that they want, and they got some stuff done. So that shows you even they being one of the most outskirt groups that was out here, man, they eventually got some things done. They getting things done more than we are as black people. And we heterosexual, we supposed to be able to come together and make some stuff happen. But man, y'all better stop falling for these dudes, man. I'm telling you, man, they charlatans, man. And they've been charlatans for over 100 years.
This is not an old conversation. I'm sorry. This is not a new conversation. They know what they actually stand for, right? Like, this street shit don't work with grown ass adults. Remember, you're supposed to be a credentialed individual. Lead with the fucking arguments. The point is, there's no reason for you to be online talking about bitches in your fucking late 40s. There's no reason for that shit. And yeah, I am policing you dumbass motherfuckers with credentials, because we're not having a repeat of the 1970s, man, where we sit around and we don't say shit. No. Fuck no. We're going to let you know that this shit is wrong, is incorrect, and you need to fucking change it. You didn't come here to the manosphere to be an unchecked bitch on our fucking watch, man. Fuck that. So that's all I got, man. You got anything else, Rael?
No, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me, man. Peace.
All right. I want to thank you guys for coming through. Listen, man, I don't have to fight nobody in 30 fucking days. Just change your fucking goddamn outlook and the shit that you produce within 30 fucking days. All right? Just because you talk like you have a 5th grade education and you want me to put, man, nigga, fuck pulling up. Change your goddamn shit out here. You're trying to lead these people into a fucking trap, and it's fucking pathetic.
And
you
also,
don't need to be
MOT,
doing
hold
shit
on.
like this. Yeah,
if you got some grants you wanted me to look up for you, man, let me know. I'll do it.
All right, cool, man. You know I have your number now, so.
Yep.
All right, cool, man. All right. Yeah, man. I want you guys to understand that these are the conversations that should have been had in the 1970s. I don't blame older people for where the fuck they are, but I am going to fucking talk on my behalf in this time period right here. So you can't say that we didn't come on the live stream where we could have fucking did some shit. But at the end of the fucking day, dumbass fucking Emerald Gorilla want to fucking do gorilla shit. So end of the fucking day, when you online talking about this stupid ass fucking shit with no plans of fucking progress, be knowing that you're doing that shit on fucking purpose and trying to help your own motherfucking self for the goddamn detriment of our fucking group. I am sick of these goddamn fucking reptiles. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure that you fucking like the video upon leaving. You guys have a really nice day. Yes, these people deserve to be called the fuck out and to be ran the fuck up on every time they on this fucking bullshit and not on Black Male Progress. You're not about to sell out our fucking people, not again. Fuck you. Have a nice one.